Hey there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here and watching this video. It's a big deal for me. This is a launch of something, and I'm sending this first to my Facebook friends, and I'm just saying, here I am. This is what I'm doing, and a little bit of trepidation in the process because it's a pretty big deal, and I'm sharing it here first. So here's what's going on. I'm going to be a teacher of a particular aspect of photography, and let me explain. So, have you, as a, so right now, a lot of my friends here are professional photographers, my colleagues, and there's just also friends from other environments, other situations I'm in. Just there's a lot of different people here, but I'm speaking to everybody. But have you ever been, right now, a little bit more to the professional photographers, have you ever been in a situation where you're about to take a picture of somebody and there was emotion there was some beautiful emotion, and this really could be to anybody, and then as soon as you pick up the camera, it's gone, right? That because now they're aware of you. And man, saw that beautiful emotion and it just disappeared, and it was like, like damn. And you don't have the ability, the skill, the awareness, anything to get it back. Maybe you can get something back. Maybe you have some tricks to get something. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. Oh, yeah, I can get something. But you wanted something, you wanted that thing that you saw, and you have no clue of how to be able to sculpt the inner being, the inner inside of your subject to get a particular, not just look, but experience of them. And you probably didn't even think it was possible to get some, to be able to not manipulate, but to sculpt the inner experience of the subject so that you can, and capture it so that you can get, oh yeah, that person is experiencing this. Get that side of somebody, that emotional content of the subject. I bet you didn't think it was even possible, but it is. Or maybe you just want, maybe it's a particular scenario. You want love, you want pride, you want strength, you want even playfulness. Whatever particular thing you want something, whatever is called for in this particular portrait pose, you want a particular thing. It would be cool if you can add, not just in the composition of the photo, but the actual experience of the subject. You can add the realness of that, what you're trying to create. Can you imagine that? Maybe you didn't think it was even possible, but it is. Or even you're a parent. You want your kids happy. Your kids over there really happy. You pick up the camera, and of course that's gone. Now they're gonna give you a fake smile, and that's all you got, right? And how frustrating. You could have had a picture of your child being happy, and now you have a fake smile of what they look like that day. But man, that's great, but wouldn't it be cool to also have joy, happy in that photo of your child? 20 years later, 10 years later, whatever it is, wouldn't that be different and better? So how the heck why am I talking about this? How do I, and just by the way, that's what I'm gonna teach, how to capture authenticity in posed photos, like candids, an event, when somebody doesn't know you're there. We know how to capture that moment because we can capture a moment of somebody experiencing something before they're aware of you. But once they're aware of you, it's gone. So you can capture a candid, an event, or other situations. But this situation, when a subject is waiting for you to take their picture, it's almost an impossible situation to capture authenticity and know how to do it, and know how to do it easily, and know how to do a particular emotion of your subject. And would that be cool to add to your repertoire as any kind of photographer, just to simply, oh yeah, if I ever want to know how to do it, I can do that. Sure, I know how to do lighting, I know how to work my camera, I know how to do posing, physical posing, but what about the internal posing of your subject that is visible in the photo? So when you look at a photo, you can tell, like, blank or fake is obvious in the photo. I was looking through recently, like, amazing Facebook page of the amazing portraits, like off the charts gorgeous, and I'm looking, and they're filled with emotion. There's lots of emotion going on in the composition and lighting and everything and posing, gorgeous. But when I look in the eye of the photo of the subject, it's blank, and it's like, like, do they not know how to do that? Like, it just like, I just had this experience of, wow, even these like absolutely amazing photographers, why would there be blank in the eyes of the subject? Why would there not be somewhere where you can also be connecting in some way with that subject, that there's a live human there. And we all maybe know that that experience of seeing a photo that has that real, something real's going on, when you see it, it makes you feel something. It makes you feel like you kind of know the person, you're connected. There's something real that happens when you look at a photo of somebody where the subject is in the actually experiencing something, when they're not just doing fake or blank or just camera aware, right? Something's really going on, and if you feel it, right? Okay? I do, and I know other people do. It feels like something. And the reason why I know about this is, so about 15 years ago, I became a professional photographer, and just about right away, a friend of mine who happened to be a dating coach, he sent me one of his clients, and he saw the way I was shooting, and he sent me one of his clients, and I photographed the person, and I just loved it. And he sent me another one, and I loved it. And I just kept on doing that because I just love this experience. Nothing to do with what I was just talking about. I just love this experience of being able to be part of a transformation that was happening right in front of my eyes based on the way that I was interacting with the person. Just something, nothing really to do with this, but I would love to tell you about that another time. But that just kept me there. It was like, I love photography, and it was almost like, wow, I get to actually do good with my camera, transform a live also. Like, I'm sign me up, but signing me up, I'm signing up with something that doesn't exist yet. Like, online dating photography as a thing, as an industry, as a specialty, really barely existed. I mean, there's a few people that are doing it that way, but there's not a course to do it. There's not there's no books about it. So I had to invent it. I had to invent what is online dating photography. And I did. About 1,000 clients, I'm not sure if I mentioned that, about 10, 15 years. So I invented what is online dating photography, how to market it, how to sell it, how to shoot it, consistently. And one of the things I realized right away was that if there was this element of authenticity in the subject, it completely changed the photo. It completely changed the effectiveness of the photo in this relationship marketplace, right? Where a potential match looking at the photo could actually get a peek at somebody, and oh my God, I kind of not just seeing what they look like and some stuff they do, but the photo could actually give you that feeling of, wow, a connection. I kind of know that person. I kind of feel them. I kind of get them a little bit. Could you just imagine for a relationship marketplace how impactful, hugely different the impact of that kind of photo would be if it was possible? And it is. And I had to figure that out. I had to become the expert because I knew it was, how important and valuable it was. I had to become the expert at figuring it out, how to capture authenticity when my subject is standing in front of me waiting for me to take their picture. They're my client. They came at 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. Take my picture, please. How the heck do you get authenticity there? And they're scared as hell because they think they're not photogenic. Whatever it is, no matter what it is, they're sitting there waiting for me to take their picture. There's no authenticity there. It doesn't exist. They're conscious of me, done. But it's not done. I had to figure out how to do that in every single one of my clients multiple times. Because, online dating, different changes of clothing, different scenes. So I had to really know that I had to capture authenticity now, and 10 minutes later I had 10 minutes to do it. And I had to know that I was absolutely was going to do that because I knew how important it was. And for all of my clients, for all their photos, having that element of authenticity, I knew how powerful it was, and I wanted to serve my clients correctly and give them the best I possibly could. So I had to figure out how to give that to them in all situations, in all different kinds of people, because not everybody responds to me in the same way. So I had to become an absolute expert master at doing that consistently every single time. And not just happiness, playfulness, pride, femininity, masculinity, strength, softness, romance, intimacy. Can you imagine a person subject waiting for me to take the picture, and I figured out a way to capture actual a look of intimacy when you look into their eyes and you see that they're looking at, you see that in the photo that you're their partner, that you're their lover, that that level of intimacy is clear in the photo. It's like crazy, but it's almost like combining a few different things. I just became the ninja at doing this, and it was just cool. And it's kind of like who I am. And some of the people on this, my friends know this about me, that I'm just an emotional kind of guy. I like sometimes too emotional, sometimes, I care about the authentic moment that's happening in front of me. So it was a perfect fit that I was into that and I was doing it. And I was aware of it, the concept of real in emotions. And then I had to become the expert based on this situation I was in to serve my clients best. I had to become the master, expert, ninja at capturing authenticity in a situation that you don't get authenticity because they're sitting there waiting for you to take the picture. You don't get authenticity like that. But I did. I had to. It worked. And now I want to. So now I'm excited as hell to teach this. So now I have something to teach, right? It doesn't really. I don't think it exists in the world, right? I really don't. Maybe it does. I have no idea. I don't think it exists in the world. A guidebook, a training, complete guide of how to capture authenticity in posed photos in situations where the subject is staring you at the face. They know you're there. Can't happen, but it can. And how to do that. And I'm the expert. I want to teach people, whoever wants to learn, professional photographers, people with a cell phone, doesn't matter. If you care about, like I do, if you notice the difference and you are disgusted almost when you see that fake smile, it makes you cringe. And it makes you cringe when you could have had real and you got a blank stare or you got a fake instead. You're pissed off. It makes you cringe. It's like, ugh. And then when you see it, when you see the real, it's, oh my God. Like just that aspect of it just touches you. You feel something. And if that's you, I have some, I don't have the courses quite built yet, but this is the launch of me about to teach these courses, and I have some stuff. And you might not be into this. So I just want to tell you, so whoever you are, you might not give a crap about this, right? Because it might not, like if you're a professional photographer, like John, I know what I get paid well, people love me, I know what I do, it's good enough. Thank you anyways. I don't want to add another thing. I just don't want to add another, thing to worry about, to be dealing with. Excuse me. And maybe you just don't want to be bothered. Then this isn't for you. And just to back it up, I have a real close friend of mine, and that kind of was really inspiring to me, even doing this. We started being professional photographers almost at the same time. Actually, it was the same conference. We were models there. Actually, we were bride and groom models. It was really kind of cool. But she took off, and she was like a top wedding photographer in the area, maybe the country, like top. And her colleagues, her co-people are those top people. And she happened to say to me the other day, and she's been sort of dragging me along in the wedding photography world over the last, 15 years. And I was telling her about this, and she said, yeah. Sometimes when I'm shooting my wedding portraits, I want to get happy, but it's like I get this crazy happy each time, like this really giant happy. I wish I wouldn't. And it was good. I know I wanted some emotion. I know how to get like a laugh, to get something, but I wanted something a lot softer. But I wish I knew how to do that. And I think that's what you're talking about, right, John? You can do that? So it was really cool. Yes. The answer is yes. But that's what I'm talking about. To be able to dial in and sculpt, to be able to really sculpt the inner being of the subject in a way to capture a very particular emotional something that will add correctly to your work, whatever it is. And again, if you're a professional or someone with a camera, that's what this course will be about. And if you just want to follow along with my journey right now in being the teacher, being the master, being the expert, I would love you to follow along. And there's going to be a link to sign up to be on a mailing list. And I'm not going to spam you or anything like that. I'm just going to let you know when there is. So then one thing that's coming up is, it's not There's no date for it yet, but it's going to be a free thing, it's called a 3-day challenge, where I'm just going to take 3 days to explain 3 days, hour each, with an assignments in between, to let you know why this might be important to you, to see if you get it, of why taking the course will be valuable. And the course is like it's going to be absolute complete guide to capturing authenticity in any situation where the subject knows you're there. And strangely, it's so packed with, I mean, the concept is packed with different ways of eliciting various different kinds of emotions. Some things are so easy and so easy. It's ridiculous that people don't know about it. And really, some of the pieces are so easy, and just want to tell you, do this, try that. So there'll be a lot of things that are just simple. Do this. When you want this, do this. And some of the things I want you to really get it and to have a mindset of different ways of approaching the whole concept. It's just going to be an absolute complete guide. Some of the stuff will be really easy to follow, and some of the stuff will be, if you want to go a little bit deeper and become the ninja. If you want to become the ninja like me, my goal will be to get you there, not just to teach you information, but just to get you, if you want that, to be the authentic photo ninja like I am. Yeah, really, sometimes I'm there, I don't know, ninja or a hunter, anyways. Do I have anything else to say? So if you want to follow, you, my friends, this is my launch. This is telling you, here I am. Really a joy that I'm doing this, that I got to share this with you first. And it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't feel scary right now. And I'm just really happy that I did this. And if you want to even just follow along in my journey, please please fill out the form to get on my list. And it's just going to be specifically for this journey, for this process of my education. Of course, at any time you can unsubscribe, but it's really, I would love you, even if you're not really interested in the content, honestly, I would love the support of just being there with me along the ride. And if you would fill out that form, I'd be greatly honored and appreciative. And thank you so much for being my ears, and to let me share this. Really, I mean, this is, in some ways, is the biggest thing in my life, honestly. This is a big deal. And can't tell you how excited I am, and scared, and excited and scared. And this has been so good to share it with you. Love you guys. Bye-bye.